Wait, don't buy the Gatac Syulen until you watch this video. Folks, welcome to the channel. Seriously, if you haven't bought it already, do stay for this one. If you bought it, watch it also, because you'll probably understand some things that you'll have issues with later on, and then you will make a different decision. You always have the option of melting or upgrading your ship in CIG, so that's always nice. But stay for this one. Let's start with the positives. It looks very nice. It looks like a freaking alien monolith. So if you want an alien ship, this is as alien as it gets. It has all the bells and whistles that you have from the later generation of ships. So this is all cool, and that factor plays a big part for a lot of people. Looking from the outside, you have these three trays for cargo. So you have 6 SCU of cargo. Now the thing is, it's divided in these three. Anything bigger will not fit, so it's 2, and 2, 6 total, but divided in 3 because alien ship. Now, continuing with the positive things, it's weird, it has some cargo capacity, it is big, 70 bucks. It's, 70 bucks is a lot of money, but it's still within CIG, it's not all that bad. So people think, well, 70 bucks, I get a big ass ship. It's alien and looks cool. Yes, it does. It is also, you know what? Very agile, very fast. All of these things are positive. You have 3 size 3 hard points, in this case fixed laser repeaters, Panthers. It makes it great for combat. Now, I will have to say, as always, these things usually get nerfed. A ship this size, this big, and that fast and agile probably will not hold for a long time. They usually do these things for the sales period, then it gets nerfed, or actually what they say, it gets balanced after people actually purchase it. It's not me making up stuff. This is pretty much a standard for every ship sale that they have. It works great, and then it works a little bit less great. So that has to be considered, right? So it is fast, it is agile, it has good guns, it's not terribly expensive, 20 bucks. Why should you not buy this thing? Well, let's start with the negative. It is an alien ship, and you fly vertically. You end up looking at the top of that thing. Okay, let's go in there and go to the top. You have an elevator, right? You need to take an elevator every time you use a ship, which is not that great. But you end up in this 90-degree position, which is weird as hell. Later, it is not. Once you take off, it's fine. It's not a problem, right? But you end up in a 90-degree position looking straight up. This makes it great for takeoff. You just push forward and it just flies off. You know what it's not so great for? Landing. And again, it's not just me. Even the camera, when you click on F4 like I'm doing now, which you do all the time, so as to land closer to where you want to go, it does not go well with this alien ship, because no other ship basically works this way. So most of the decisions made in terms of how the camera works is intended for someone that is flying a regular ship looking forward. So here you have a weird thing where, depending on the camera that you're using and the angle, the controls do different things. Eventually you will get the muscle memory right, and I'm sure you will land this thing super quick. One more positive, it has great visibility. Flies great, great visibility. The visibility will stay, and that's always appreciated. You have this weird thing here on top, but usually you're going to be looking straight up, and that's fantastic view. Okay, but this weird thing of changing angles, it is an issue, especially if you're buying this as your starter ship, meaning you don't have a lot of experience playing the game. Also, the pink color, personally, this is just me, it drives me nuts. I mean, it was not my thing when I started. It looks like a Miami gay nightclub neon light, and I didn't like it at first, and then it just starts pissing me off. Holding those balls there on the side and having this neon purple pink light, and seriously, it gets boring. It starts irritating you pretty fast. Neon pink is usually not the color you want for a calm, nice setting, which is probably what you want to have. And by the way, let's go here. Changing subjects, changing topics. When you want to go to bed, relax, a nice, yellow or even a white light, that would be cool. If you want to have more of a badass alien ship, red, I would have been okay with red. Maybe not here for this level. So CIG, if you're watching this, maybe give it different light colors for different floors, or give us the option of changing those. You have the bathroom, which you don't use. You have the bed, which you do use, and it's fine. It looks interesting enough. Little desk for writing your memoirs, which you're not doing, but it is there anyway. And then you have the floor in which you get in, where you have a gun rack for pistols and long guns, a locker for your suit, and a little bit of systems on here on the sides. Ship inventory, as of right now, it doesn't always activate. You have to move around sometimes a little bit, but when it does, it is 6K, which is very nice. That's nice and decent. But it is big. It is actually kind of gigantic for a starter ship, meaning you are not getting as close as you sometimes want to be. The cargo is split in these, and for $70, I just say go with Avenger Titan. Seriously, you want to spend $70 in your first time playing this thing? Avenger Titan all day long. You can have a small vehicle. You have 8 SCU instead of 6, divided in 3, which makes it even less useful. You cannot carry a Grey Cat PTV here. You can in your Avenger Titan. You have 2 entry points in your Avenger Titan versus only 1, and only one that is inconvenient. You have to open the door, walk up these narrow ladder. It's kind of narrow. If you're rushing, you don't always hit it. Then you have to get on an elevator, get to the top, get to the deck or cathedral, get on your seat, twist 90 degree, get shoved up. So this is all long. It takes time. If you're a new player, you want to be quick. You want to be agile. You want to be fast because you're doing box missions. You're doing bunker missions. You're doing things where a split second may get you shot to pieces, okay? It has 2 size 1 shields, which is not all that great, but it has a nice hull HP. A little bit tougher than the Avenger Titan, but basically the same. I think it's like around 10K for both of these. But this is a big-ass target, so you will be eating shots a lot quicker. And especially when they slow it down a little bit and make it just a tad less agile so as to balance things a little bit. You have a ship that it's cool, it's nice. I mean, and by the way, this is just my opinion. If you just want to get it, by all means, go and get your alien ship. But you will soon realize that most of the things I'm saying, you will eventually agree with me. It is not a tiny ship so as to fly around. Oh, I don't want a tiny ship. I want a big-ass Gatac. Yeah, you know what? People that have Gatacs and 890 jumps, we never use them. So you want to have a small agile ship. So you can buy a small agile ship in-game easy enough if you have the skill, which you don't if you're starting to play this right now. So you will find yourself driving this thing, going nuts, not figuring out the 90-degree twist that is confusing and so on. So just let it be. Give it a rest. Get yourself the Titan. The Titan you will be using 10 years from now if this game continues in this speed of development. You will still be using the Avenger Titan 10 years from now because we all do use the Avenger Titan now. Those of us that had melted it, you buy it again because you miss it. This, probably not so much. You will go with bigger, nicer, cooler things. But if you want to go for it, by all means. These things that I'm telling you, and I mean, just me, but the color, the elevator, no, I'd rather go with Avenger Titan that just it steps right into the pilot seat and I take off immediately. And it's a lot more useful and it's a lot more, personally, it feels like a lot more homey than the pink neon light alien thing here. Guys, that's just my take on it. You may have a completely different opinion and that's wonderfully fine and okay. But yeah, rent it. I mean, if you start playing right now, you don't have to spend a single cent. Rent it, fly it around, make your own opinion. You'll probably see if you give it a few hours, you will see that I'm actually not wrong on most of these things. See you on the next video. Take care.